I want to mow your lawn. Take one. Action. I was born in beautiful Newark, New Jersey, and grew up in Union, and currently live in Bergen County. I am retired. My previous vocation was analytical chemist. I'm a quality professional. I worked for PepsiCo for 20 years in flavor quality. And now that I'm retired, I believe firmly in a quote by Winston Churchill. We make a living by what we get, and we make a life by what we give. And I really believe in that. And now that I'm retired, you're always looking for something to keep you busy, and volunteering is the thing that I love to do because it makes me feel good, and I love watching other people feel good at the same time. So I am a avid sports fan, and my team is the New York Yankees. Love to go to Yankee games with my son. I'm also, unfortunately, a Giants fan, football Giants fan, and that didn't turn out so well this past year. So actually got interested in cricket, and cricket is really cool. I didn't really understand it, and learned some of the rules. My son helped me with some of that, and I'm really excited. There is a cricket match. The World Cup is going to be played in Long Island in June, and my son and I scored some tickets, and I'm going to get to see my first cricket match, so I'm really excited about that. And all the cricket I watched was on TV, so this is going to be live. I'm excited. Well, I'm old school. I would probably want to be Superman. Yeah, Superman just got stuff done without a problem. Maybe I could use my heat ray to take out the hedges and the lawn, and that's who I'd be. I think I got an email telling me about I want to mow your lawn, and one of the things that I love to do is I love to work on my own lawn. I love being outside. I love gardening. I love landscaping my own house. And when I was looking into volunteer opportunities, I thought to myself, wow, this is perfect. This is what I love to do. And there is this Zen feeling to mowing a lawn, which are those stripes and those lines. And when you're done and you look at a well-mowed lawn and it's got those beautiful stripes and those straight edges, it's so appealing, and it's so cool, and helping people at the same time while you're giving yourself that same great feeling it's perfect. Well, being retired gives me the opportunity every morning that I wake up to decide what I feel like doing, which is something I highly recommend. It's really nice to wake up and say, what do I feel like doing today? So the balance in my personal life is, if it's too hot out, I don't need to mow a lawn. If it's nice out, I'll go out and mow a couple of lawns. And that's how I balance it. And the folks that I work with understand that if I can't make it this week, I'll make it the following week. And they're all so appreciative, and it's just such a cool thing. I am a serial volunteer, and one of the things that I really enjoy doing is I volunteer through Bergen Volunteers. I'm a mentor for a young man, and I've been doing that since August, and that's been just so much fun. We've done some really cool things together. We've gone to a West Point football game. Museum of Natural History. Sometimes it's just lunch, and I'm helping him with questions he has about getting into college and his future. And I offer up suggestions, and I'm not a parent, I'm a mentor, and it's different hearing it from somebody who's a mentor versus a parent. A parent, sometimes kids push back and it's like, no, I'm going to do the opposite that you want me to do. And so that's been really cool. And I just got involved in a Bergen County free clinic. It's a medical clinic that is right down the road from Hackensack University Medical Center. And it's kind of interesting. I filled out my form, and they also wanted you to send in a resume. So I sent in a resume, and the lady looked at my resume and said, wow, you've got a really interesting background. And I thanked her, and she said to me, do you want to be patient-facing, or do you want to be working in the back room? And I said, I like working with people, so I guess patient-facing. And we talked about some opportunities, and I did say, I do have a suggestion for you. I'm a quality professional, and people actually paid me for that for like 35 years. So if you're looking to improve the quality and performance of the clinic, something I could do. And so we're going to be talking about that in another week. So I'm excited about that. Wow, that's a great question. I'm trying to remember what the first one was. I've been doing this for a couple of years now. And I think it was in Teaneck, but it's a Vietnam vet who is suffering the effects of Agent Orange. And he's pretty much homebound with a caretaker. And he's got a big property. And it was just so nice to be out there and mowing the lawn. And afterwards, I thanked him for his service, being a Vietnam vet. And he looked at me and he stood up and he said to me, I want to thank you for your service. And that's a special feeling, because that's all I expect from people is a thank you. And it's nice to help somebody who fought for our country and is now suffering because of what he did. So I'm happy to give back to him. Goes back to being a kid at my parents' house, uh, mowing the lawn. And as I've done more volunteering through I Want to Mow Your Lawn, working with the electric equipment has been really interesting. It's so much quieter, which is really cool. As far as edging goes, I remember when I was a kid, we used to have an edger that you had to like push along the sidewalk. And now with the electric trimmer, I turn that thing on its side and just buzz it right down. It looks so nice. Using an electric trimmer for the hedges. And I also got an electric chainsaw. And that has been interesting to learn the limitations and capabilities of that equipment. There's a lady in North Bergen. Her nickname is Goody. Oh. And Goody is just so sweet and so nice. And she has some flowers in front of her house and some areas that get weedy. And just going to see her and talk to her is just so nice. And she's got two daughters that are really wonderful to deal with, and it's just so nice to help somebody who's just a wonderful older woman. And we talked about Jeff, who's the Vietnam vet, who's just such a wonderful person. And there is another father and daughter that are out in Clifton that are just so nice, and they have a fig tree in their yard. And the fig tree was really overgrown, and it was funny, the person whose name is Diana said to me, the only thing I know how to do with figs is to make Newtons. And I love figs. Working to trim the fig tree and getting it set up so that, and she told me, she was like, help yourself to any of the figs. And one of the things I did this past off season is took some cuttings from the fig tree, and I'm now rooting them as we speak, and hoping to give away some fig trees to the guy who started I Want to Mow Your Lawn, and to some other friends, and to have one growing in my backyard as just a memory of the wonderful experience of working for I Want to Mow Your Lawn. And eating fresh figs out of your garden isn't a bad thing either. There was a letter that was written by Goody's daughter that came with a donation to iwantomowyerlawn.com. And the letter was just so heartfelt and so beautiful, and that really made me feel good. And actually the first time that I helped Goody out with her weeding, she bought me a gift. And I told her, I said, Goody, I'm not here for gifts. I'm here to help you. And she's like, well, what do I do with the gift? I said, give it to a charity. Give it to someone else who needs it. I'm here because I want to help you, not because I want to get a gift. It was very sweet of you to think of me and do that. But so that happened when we first started working together, and her daughter gave a donation to I Want to Mow Your Lawn with a really heartfelt note, and that's just so cool. Giving makes you feel really good, and being outside in the sunshine, working up a sweat, and getting those beautiful lines on the lawn and the nice edging, just, it selfishly makes me feel good. And then when somebody comes out and looks at it and says, wow, this is amazing, that's why you want to do it. You want to help them, and like I said, selfishly doing it makes me feel good, and I get a nice workout, and it's just perfect. If you like being outside, and you like sunshine, and you like giving to others, and you're not allergic to a little bit of hard work, it's a fun thing to do. And the way they have it set up, the guy who founded this, Brian, really thought it through and put together a website that's really functional, and the way they team you up with somebody who is in need is just perfect. And you call them up, and you show up, and you mow their lawn, and you go home. And it's also really nice how people come out and offer to give me a bottle of water, taking care of me while I'm taking care of them. Yeah, I love working around my house, and being retired allows me that opportunity and flexibility to wake up and say, you know what, I feel like waterproofing my basement, and I'll start working on that. But I'm looking forward to the spring, because being trapped inside with the snow and the cold has really got me a bit of cabin fever, and I'm looking forward to getting back outside and doing my own lawn and starting my own garden. I've got a pretty extensive garden in my backyard that I can't wait to get to, and I can't wait to get some new customers for I Want to Mow Your Lawn and just spread good. There's a shirt that I bought through the website that says, be the reason that someone believes in the goodness of people. And that's the bottom line behind it all. Be that reason. Mowing someone's lawn is work. You work up a sweat. But the fun part of doing it is having fun, is making it fun. And when we get together, all the volunteers from I Want to Mow Your Lawn, and we do a project together, I'm a goofball. I love having fun. And we've had some unique times where we were dancing around with leaf blowers or kicking up your heels and having a good time. And that turns it from work into more of a joy. And volunteering gives you that great feeling in your heart, and having fun while you're doing it just makes it even better. So that's something that I really try to bring to the projects that I do. That's a wrap.
Yeah.